I have genuinely encountered the strangest issue I've ever seen. And I don't know what to do about it. I've encountered the weirdest error, which like isn't even related to binary or computers. It's just about how Minecraft works. And you can already see what's happening. Okay? What the fuck? So they extend perfectly fine. I press the button again. What are they doing? I've been doing some testing, and I could strip it back to just being this. What? Hold on, but if I place this here, hold on, we're gonna get rid of that. If I place this here. What? How about here? What? Oh, what on earth is that? What is? Oh my god, there was no error. I'm just actually stupid. Hold on. I swear to god, if that was it, if that was the only problem. Well, it works now, so that's pretty cool. Damn it. Well, great. It may be 10 o'clock, but welcome back to another episode of Making a Computer in Minecraft. Today we're going to get started on the first operations that we want to be able to do, where we can do things like adding or subtracting or printing, because that's the primary thing left that we have to do with our input section. The 5 people who were concerned, I didn't upload, I guess it would be yesterday. I did not upload on May the 27th because I had to go do work at a camp for service hours and also just because I enjoy supporting them. But yeah, what have I done off camera? You might notice that we've added some magenta. Well, I've started implementing a system that I'm calling pushes, okay? And push variables, which essentially is variables that we take out of our storage and we can choose to push further into the mechanism. So we can store, as you know, 8 bytes of RAM. Okay, we can store 8 bytes in here. But we can use these buttons to send one of those out into the rest of the computer. How this works is actually pretty simple. We just, get some simple save data, click the save button, and then we select which one we want, which currently we want the 0 with, or the first option. And so we click push 1 specifically, and that sends a signal all the way down this line, which causes this to save and extends it. Causes this one to save and then allows that redstone signal to pass through, which that is definitely not what we put in. What is happening here? Okay. That's cool. I mean, you can see right here, we are clearly not powering this block with any redstone. And yet, it is getting powered. That's gonna be fun to figure out. So yeah, it's definitely looking like these ones are powering below it as well, which is exactly what redstone does. How we're gonna work around that, I'm not sure. Because this system kinda hinges on the fact that it all runs up to this layer. I mean, I'd have to rebuild the entire thing to work around that. Or would I? One idea. Let's see, how do I handle it over there? Oh, I just have it. Actually, wait, no, there might be a solution here. There maybe needs a solution. Oh my god. Okay, I don't think you guys know how lucky I am. Water can break redstone, and I had a water bucket in my inventory. It gracefully just went right around everything. It did not break a single thing from what I can tell. Yeah, no, you're getting out of here, buddy. Okay, so this incredibly elegant design here should have fixed it. I'm not really going to go into why this works, because it's more about, the answer to that is more about redstone than it is about computers. But, I mean, I guess you do kind of need to understand the method that you're using to design a computer, to build a computer. It's just, by powering this block, you also power what's below it. And so I basically just I redesign it so that there's no redstone directly beneath the powered block, so that it goes around. Hope that makes sense. I'm now realizing that I'm gonna have to do this on this one too. Ooh. Yeah. This might be a bit trickier. We're working with some pretty minimal space here. Maybe we go like that. And then we replace these with target blocks, so that when it pushes out, okay. So everything worked out. We don't have to redesign the entire thing. We're all good. Hopefully. Assuming that I built that right. Okay, assuming no quasi-connectivity silliness breaks everything, we should be okay. Now, to test this, that we have our whole system working, I'm going to create a new variable, which is going to be 1 0 0 1. That sounded probably really stupid. Just 1, then a bunch of zeros and 1. And I'm going to save that. Awesome. I'm gonna assume it only takes a very short amount of time to do that. That's my only concern, is that I don't actually have a way of knowing how long it takes for the mechanism to do everything it needs to do. But I'm gonna say that it worked. I'm gonna flick the right key. If you are confused about what keys are, I made a whole video about it just a couple of days ago. It's my most recent episode. And then I'm going to choose to push that key, which extends this piston, and there we have 1 0 0 many zeros 1. And now we have these two variables, which we have selected as our push variables, as our, yeah. I guess I kind of like calling them push variables, because push is a thing in GitHub, which is, like a big computer thing. So I think I'm gonna call them push variables. It's also just a cool name, in my opinion. Took a little break there to show my dad my cool Minecraft creations, my computer in Minecraft, and now I'm so cool. But yeah, so one of the only things I still need to hook up to this is a simple reset for it, because, if you get to this point and you realize, hey, just realized, don't actually want those variables, you need some way of resetting, which should be very easy. Obviously, we're going to use red, as we always do, for any undoing buttons. And there's all the wiring. I'm considering investing in a some better equipment in general. Probably gonna get a new microphone, because I'm currently recording with the microphone on a gaming headset that I got for Christmas, which is made for callouts, not for, my voice talking for several hours. So So I'm probably gonna get one of those, but I mean, you guys tell me if you think my audio quality is atrocious, then, tell me, because I'm considering getting something new. But if you guys say that it's okay, then might get a keyboard instead. Because, no, probably a mouse. I enjoy having good quality mouses, and mine just, it's pretty good. Oops, didn't mean to break that. It's pretty good, but I kind of would like a new one. And all of the ugly wiring is done. So all that's left is to test it and see if it unpushes all the stuff that we pushed. For a very curious reason, it didn't. And apparently that's just because glass doesn't let signal strength flow down it. Which is never... I never do that. I guess cool. Maybe that'll be useful in something. But yeah, very simple fix to that. And how are we gonna handle this? I can immediately see that's a problem. We cannot have... Or is it actually? Hold on. Let's test it again. This button is the same as our test button. Okay, so it successfully retracted. And now, I guess that's not really a problem. I mean, what would happen is if I click push 2, then it would just send a little spark through this. But other than, tiny bit of lag, that wouldn't really change anything. So I guess we're fine with this, even though it is very scary to look at. Now that we're done working out the kinks in this system, we should probably take a step back and really see what we want to accomplish with this computer. I had the idea of trying to do my whole explanation using my display. My attempts at recreating... that's actually kind of uncannily accurate, but all I can see in it is Joe. But that does kind of look like a J. And that's kind of an O. I don't know. Anyways, thought I'd make our chat kind of very homely, chill vibes. Anyway, so let's go over the plans. What do I want this computer to be able to do? What do I want Joe to be able to do? I'm calling it Joe. I want Joe to be able to take in some inputs, as you can see here, and save them, which we have already accomplished. I want Joe, to be able to have the user access those inputs using a system of keys, and use those inputs and do operations with them, such as adding them, comparing them, or writing them. Now, how I'm planning on accomplishing this is that we're going to have these push variables which go out, and then Joe, based on what operation you tell him to do, will provide some output. And that output will be displayed using a very simple GPU on our monitor. Now, what we've accomplished so far is we've made the simple storage and the pushing out. But what we need to do next is we need to make it so that Joe can do these operations, and he can give the proper outputs in binary, everything in binary. And then, after that, we're going to need to do the absolutely mammoth task of programming the different displays that Joe can have. How I am going to do this, honestly, I don't know yet. But I'm going to figure out a way. And by that, I'm going to procrastinate it until the very last minute when I have to record a video for it. It will definitely be a multi-episode process of getting the display to work. But once we do that, that's kind of what I want from Joe. I just want him to be able to compare things and tell me what number is bigger. I want him to be able to add things and tell me the output. and I want him to be able to say things. And other than that, that's Joe. So, that rhymed, god damn it. So I think that's our little chat. I'm gonna leave this here because I think it's cute, and if we ever want to do another like progress update where we need to chat about something, then we can do it again. Also, just wanted to point out, look how awesome the shadow of the RAM looks. This looks like an actual like schematic of a like GPU or some processor. This is awesome. Before we can just head straight on into making the different operations, we're probably going to need to individually design each of them, both in binary in general and in Minecraft specifically. So we're probably going to have 3 or 4 episodes just about designing, and then we're going to have 1 or 2 episodes about implementing those into our computer. But yeah, I think that's all I really have time for tonight. I know it's going to be a lot shorter of an episode. We got a lot less done than I would have liked to, but I feel like we've kind of recentered ourselves, focused on the goal ahead, and also, I just didn't have a lot of time to record today, so I did what I could. But thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, then make sure to leave it down in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed the content, then maybe consider subscribing. But thank you very much. Hope you have a good day, and bye-bye.